Praise the Lord. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? Everyone shout, "To God be the glory." First of all, I would like to welcome everyone and recognize and appreciate your being here this afternoon. And I hope that you are enjoying the songs of inspiration, especially the testimonies of our two brethren. And this is our way of reaching out to all of you because we believe that God has a message for all of us. And this evening, we are elated. We are really, really happy because we have a very special guest today. She's been a very good partner of the church, especially when it comes to promoting the medical mission of the PMCC Fourth Watch. We have done already, I believe, 3 or 4 medical missions, and in all of those outreach ministries, our guests would always be there to lend a hand of support and to enable us to promote our medical mission in her widely acclaimed television program here in Southern California. And I have been privileged also to appear twice already in her program, Kababayan LA, over KSCI Channel 18. How many here are watching Kababayan LA? To God be the glory. You're going to have the chance to meet and greet our special guest. And so I thought that I should invite her because she has a wonderful vision for our Filipino community, and her program is doing a lot of good help, tremendous help for us Filipinos and here in Southern California. Our guest this evening is a very well-known and respected broadcast journalist, both in the Philippines as well as here in Southern California. She is currently the program host and producer of the only Filipino television program here in Southern California, Kababayan LA. And she is the first ever celebrity to grace our church here in the PMCC Portland South Bay. So give it up, ladies and gentlemen, to Miss Janelle So. Praise the Lord. Janelle,
Hello.
for the second time.
Ayan. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words of introduction. And hello, everyone. I'm pleased to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Praise the Lord. And like what I mentioned to Janelle a while ago, every week she is the one that gets to ask the questions. But this time there is a role reversal. I'll be the one. I'll be the one to ask questions about your very illustrious career
Okay.
and your relationship with the Lord. I hope you're okay there.
Yeah, I'm
Praise the Lord.
Should I be nervous?
And I think I'm also a little bit, nervous.
Oh.
This is I am not born to be an interviewer. I'm born to be a preacher. But I hope we're doing fine. Are we doing fine? Okay. Praise the Lord. How do you like our living room here? Anyway, Janelle, could you tell us how you started in broadcast journalism?
Well, it's actually a long story. So you want the long version or the short version? I went to college in Miriam, formerly Marinol in the Philippines. And when I was a junior, a crew from Vintage Television, it's a sports outfit in the Philippines, went to Miriam College they were gathering new faces for some of their shows, basically the PBA coverage, Philippine Basketball Association, which is the basketball league, same like NBA. It's like the NBA of the Philippines. So I wasn't into sports, but my friends were. One was into bowling, the other one was into basketball. So they went to the audition. And when I was there waiting for them, after they auditioned, they were like, "Oh, why don't you just try out?" And I was like, "Okay, what the heck, I'm already here. I'll just try out." So I tried out, and then I got in. They got me for the, I think it was the 1995 or 1996 PBA All-Star Fans Day. So I was one of the 4 who got in. And after that, they wanted to get me regularly, but I was still in school. So I said no. And then a few months later, Channel 13 reached out to our school. They wanted a student co-host for one of their public affairs show, and then the school sent me. And then after that, when I was doing that, I think one of the production managers there talked to me after the show because they were actually launching what they call an FVR Up Close. It's a youth-oriented show aimed at introducing former President Fidel Ramos, at the time he was the president, his projects to the youth, to the young people. And so I did that, and then after I graduated from college, I went back to doing the PBA. I first did the NCAA, which is the collegiate basketball, and then I did Philippine Basketball League, PBL, semi-professional league, and then I did the PBA, and then my family moved here, so I moved with them.
Okay. Wow. So, and I think whoever employed you and really hired you made the right choice. You didn't only do television and hosting, but I was told that you also was the editor or a lifestyle writer. Tell us something about that work.
So when I was doing the PBA, people were approaching me asking if I wanted to write a column also. At first, it was a sports column for a sports magazine because I was into sports. So and writing is my first love. Someday, I'm still dreaming of semi-retiring and then just writing because I really love to write. So I did that. And then I think it was Philippine Star that got me to write for them, for a sports column for them. So that was every Monday. And then when I moved here, before I moved, I got another offer from the lifestyle editor of the Philippine Star to write a lifestyle section about, life here in the States. So I did that for a while. So I had a lifestyle column that came out every Friday and a sports column that came out every Monday, and I was already writing from here. But when I started Kababayan LA, which was a daily show that I had to produce, I had to conceptualize, I had to invite guests for, I didn't have time anymore to do that, so I dropped it, which is, I regret it. I shouldn't have, and then now that my schedule, I'm finally able to get the hang of my schedule, I want to go back into writing.
That's great. I think you should really go back to writing. Because I myself is also very much into writing, but it seems writing doesn't is into me also. But speaking of Kababayan LA, how did you come up with the idea?
Okay. I didn't come up with the idea of Kababayan LA, and I think this was one of the realizations one of my realizations in terms of how the Lord works in my life. When my family moved here, I didn't want to move here because I thought I had a thriving career in the Philippines. I was already doing the PBA, which is very popular. I had my own show on Studio 23 and my own show on Channel 13. So I didn't really want to leave. I was always, constantly arguing with my parents. So what happened was they sent my siblings here first to study, and then they stayed behind with me, thinking that they can convince me to move. They stayed for about a year or 2 years with me in the Philippines, and I still said, no, I'm not going to move. So they moved here. And I think for that one whole year that I was by myself in the Philippines, my dad almost every day kept calling, talking to me, trying to convince me. He tried all avenues.